Jet Li, with over 40 years of career, is a martial arts icon in Chinese cinema. Alongside Jackie Chan, Jet Li is an Asian actor highly regarded by Hollywood filmmakers. Throughout his career, many of his works achieved high box office revenues, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of fans. Jet Li started training in wushu at a young age and quickly became a national champion, winning 5 men's national championships by the time he retired from competition in 1979. After his retirement from the sport in 1979, he went on to win great acclaim as an actor, making his debut with the martial arts film Shaolin Temple. The film, sets during the end of the Sui dynasty in China, centers around Zhu Yuan, whose father is killed by the ruthless Emperor Wong Fei-hung. After his father's death, Zhu Yuan escapes to the Shaolin Temple, where he undergoes rigorous kung fu training under the guidance of Shaolin monks. The temple becomes a refuge and a place for Zhu Yuan to recover from injury and seek justice. The plot follows Zhu Yuan's growth as he learns the moral principles and martial arts skills of Shaolin Kung Fu, balancing his desire for revenge with the temple's teachings of defense but not killing. Amidst political unrest and betrayals, the emperor's army attacks the Shaolin Temple to root out rebels. The monks and Zhu Yuan fight to protect the temple and uphold righteousness. Eventually, Zhu Yuan joins forces with loyalists to battle the emperor's forces, culminating in a duel where Zhu Yuan avenges his father's death by killing the emperor. The film ends with Zhu Yuan becoming a Shaolin monk, fully embracing the temple's vows, including celibacy, despite personal conflicts. Jet Li's debut role as Zhu Yuan established him as a martial arts star, instantly catapulted him to stardom in East Asia. Jet Li had a major breakthrough across Asia with a Once Upon a Time in China film series, in which he portrayed a real-life martial arts master and folk hero Wong Fei-hung. Wong runs a traditional Chinese medicine clinic called Po Chi Lam and serves as the martial arts instructor of the local militia. The series explores the turbulent times of Western imperialism invading China, with Wong fighting foreign oppressors, local gangs, and corrupt officials, while navigating social and political upheavals. Wong's relationships with his apprentices and especially with his love interest Siu Quan add personal depth to the storyline. Jet Li's role as Wong Fei-hung is that of a patriotic hero balancing martial arts excellence with philosophical and ethical principles. He is depicted as a dignified, resolute figure who leads by example, fighting injustices while respecting traditional Chinese values and practices. His martial arts skills and leadership make him a symbol of resistance and cultural pride amid encroaching Western influence. The Legend series, the story follows Fong Sai-yuk, who falls in love with the daughter of a wealthy merchant amid a kung fu contest organized by her father to win her hand in marriage. Meanwhile, Fong discovers that his father is involved in the Red Lotus Flower Society, a secret rebel group aiming to overthrow the oppressive Qing dynasty. As the governor of 9 Gates hunts down members of the society, Fong and his family become targets. They evade capture but face many dangerous confrontations. When Fong's father is publicly arrested and sentenced to death as a trap, Fong attempts to rescue him alone. In the climax, Fong teams up with his family and the Red Lotus Flower Society to defeat the governor's forces and free his father. In Part 2, Fong Sai-yuk and his wife Ting Ting are now full members of the Red Flower Society. The society's leader, and Fong's godfather, Chen Kalok, intends for Fong to succeed him, but faces opposition from his deputy, Yu Chun Hoi, who tries to undermine Fong. Some enemies discover Chan's true identity as a long-lost brother of the Qianlong Emperor and attempt to expose him. Fong is sent to intercept these threats but is distracted rescuing a woman, Sun Anyi, the viceroy's daughter, who later falls in love with him. Fong enters a martial arts contest organized by the viceroy to win her hand and to retrieve a critical red box containing evidence that might destabilize the Red Flower Society. After complex fights and betrayals, Fong is temporarily disabled by Chan due to a strict code but recovers and fights to defend the society, ultimately defeating Yu Chunhui, restoring the rightful leadership, and declaring retirement to live peacefully with his family. Fist of Legend. Jet Li stars as Chen Jin, a skilled Chinese martial arts student studying in Kyoto, returns home upon hearing that his master, Yuo Yuanjia, died suspiciously in a match against a Japanese karate champion, Ryuichi Akutagawa. Chen quickly defeats Akutagawa, casting doubt on the fairness of the original fight. Suspecting foul play, Chen exhumed Huo's body and discovers he was poisoned before the match. Chen eventually confronts the brutal Japanese General Fujita in a brutal, exhausting fight and defeats him. Fujita attacks again with a katana but is killed by Chen in self-defense. The aftermath sees the Japanese ambassador, a pacifist, arranging a ruse to prevent war between Japan and China by faking Chen's execution and substituting the body of a traitor from the Jingwu school. This allows Jingwu to survive and flourish while Chen secretly leaves for Manchuria. Hero. Jet Li stars as Nameless, a mysterious and skilled swordsman during the Warring States period of ancient China. Nameless arrives at the Qin capital to meet the King of Qin, who was threatened by 3 legendary assassins: Sky, Flying Snow, and Broken Sword. Nameless claims to have killed all 3 and presents their weapons as proof. Initially seen as a vengeful assassin, Nameless ultimately decides that the king's vision of unifying China and bringing peace is more important than personal revenge. Despite the king's reluctance, he orders Nameless's execution to uphold the law and set an example for national unity. Nameless is honored with a hero's funeral. Fearless. Jet Li plays Yuo Yuanjia, a legendary Chinese martial artist. The story opens in 1910 with Yuo defeating 3 Western fighters, a British boxer, a Belgian lancer, and a Spanish fencer, in front of a large crowd. The film then flashes back to Huo's childhood where he is eager to learn martial arts, despite having asthma. After witnessing his father fight honorably but losing to an opponent's dishonorable tactics, young Huo is humiliated and vows never to lose again. After his father's death, Huo grows to be a famous and skilled but arrogant martial artist. His temper and reckless behavior lead to a tragic fight resulting in deaths and the murder of his own mother and daughter in retaliation. Racked with guilt, Huo flees Tianjin and lives as a recluse in a remote village, where he is nurtured back to health by a kind old woman and her blind granddaughter. During this period, Huo learns humility, compassion, and the true purpose of martial arts as self-improvement and helping others, rather than seeking glory or revenge. Huo eventually returns to the city to reconcile with his past and defends China's honor in a final duel against a rival. Due to being poisoned, Huo Yuanjia died in the final match, but his chivalrous spirit made his opponent admit defeat. Fearless was Jet Li's last wushu martial arts film. His performance in the film was also highly regarded by the critics, resulting in his first acting nominations in his career. Some other martial arts films by Jet Li also made a big splash in the domestic market, such as Tai Chi Master, The Warlords, and Flying Swords of Dragon Gate. In the international market, Jet Li is also a well-known Asian actor in Hollywood. Since his first leading role in Romeo Must Die, he has participated in many films that achieved good box office revenue and left a mark on international audiences such as Kiss of the Dragon, The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, The Expendables, and Mulan. The image of Jet Li is often associated with martial arts action films, to the point where people sometimes forget that his acting skills are just as impressive as his martial arts talent. The proof is that in the rare drama film he starred in, Ocean Heaven, his performance was highly praised, bringing deep emotions to the audience. In the film, Jet Li stars as Sam Wong, a devoted father who works at an aquarium and is terminally ill with cancer. The story centers on Sam's efforts to care and prepare for his 21-year-old autistic son, Dafu, to live independently after Sam passes away. Since the death of his wife in a swimming accident years earlier, Sam has single-handedly raised his son, facing the many challenges of autism with immense patience and love. Upon learning he has only a few months left to live, Sam intensifies his teaching of essential life skills to Dafu, such as personal care, handling money, and taking public transportation, so that his son can survive on his own. Sam eventually dies. Dafu is seen doing some of the things that his father struggled so much to teach him with success. It is implied that from then on, Dafu will know how to lead his life on his own, though he still has Sam's old friends helping him along the way. In recent years, audiences have not seen Jet Li appear on the big screen. The cause may be due to hyperthyroidism and joint injuries. After many years of performing dangerous action scenes, he also spends more time on charitable activities, meditation, and writing. Jet Li's fans will soon see him appear again in a movie, with a surprising comeback in Blades of the Guardians, collaborating with Wu Jing and Nicholas C. Jet Li's return is an inspiration for millions of fans who were once worried that they would never see him shine on screen again. The journey of Jet Li so far is a testament to the power of will and passion. From a wushu boy in Beijing, he rose to become a global icon, overcoming cultural barriers and illness to continue his contributions. His story is not just about martial arts or cinema, but also about resilience, self-belief, and the ability to rise again after harsh challenges.